Hi, this is Peter Solomon Gross from Bayville, New York, and this is Lesson 4 for Introduction to Audio Production at Coursera.org. Hi, this is Peter Solomon Gross, and this is Lesson 4 for Introduction to Audio Production at Coursera.org. Dynamic processing using a compressor in a piece of music of mine, a pop song I wrote, pop song rock anthem. So let's listen. As you can see, the drums are really quite too far in the background and they're not popping through enough. So let's get to work. Okay, so we're going to open the mixer. I've already created an auxiliary track and I've put the 4 drum tracks here on a bus that I've labeled as drums, and I have that as my input for this auxiliary track. So on this track is where we're going to put all our effects. So we're going to go down to audio units. We're going to select iZotope Alloy 2 Stereo. We'll let this instantiate. Take a moment. All right, we're going to close the presets. We're going to do this one ourselves. We're going to go to the Dynamics window. Here we are. And let's just put the mixer away for a moment, and we're going to solo these drum tracks. Alright, so in looking at my threshold meter here, I'm having a good variance between the top and the bottom. So I want to get a little more crossing, so I'm going to come down a little bit. That's a little too low. Come up just a bit more. And just a bit more. Okay, we're going to leave it there. And now we're going to put the ratio up all the way and really get the full effect of the compression. I think I'm going to speed up my attack and just drop this down to about 1 and change. And just get a little more of the front sound of that drum hit. And I'm even going to speed up my release a little too and just clean up the backside. Okay, reach the end of the track. Let's just go back. Alright, now let's pump the gain a little so we get it back to our original kind of. Okay, now let's have a listen. You can hear them very nicely. If we bypass the effect, you can hear how far back they slip. We're going to bring this compression ratio down. I'm going to go a little heavy and leave it around just under 5. That's very nice. Push the gain a bit. Alright. Okay, now that sounds pretty good to me so far. It's definitely coming through a bit. I'll do some panning and whatnot later, but we're just going to do the compression for now. So now, let's close this one, and we're going to go back to the mixer quickly, and we're going to go look at the bass. So the bass, I just have a single track, so I'm not going to bother to put it to an auxiliary, so I'll just put the effect directly on that track. And we're going to use the same alloy, iZotope Alloy 2 and Stereo, and we'll let that instantiate. We'll close the presets, and we'll go to the compressor. Okay, so let's listen to it. Now let's also close the mixer, and we'll solo the bass part. Just watching it for a bit. And there's some peaks, there's some spreading. I mean, it's not too bad, but we definitely have some evening out to make this a more consistent low end for the part. So watching our threshold meter here, I think we're just going to come down just a bit with it. And we're going to put the bass up to a good compression. A little more than the drums. And then now we'll push our gain. And you know what? I'm going to drop this gate floor here. I'm also going to slow the attack down and just soften the front of some of those. Clean up the backside a little. Very fast release and a slow attack. without. Oh, I reached the end. Here it is without. And here it is with. We'll close that, and now let's unsolo and listen. And now it's nice and in front of the drums. Of course, we'll keep developing this mix. This is just the very beginning. But there you have it, some compression in effect. Thanks for watching.